Every week, a new episode of Dragon Ball Daima is released thanks to the efforts of Pansy, Goku, the Supreme Kai, and Glorio, who arrive at the King's Castle. The surprising part is what follows, as Goku demonstrates one of the most intriguing transformations we've only seen in a movie and a filler error in Dragon Ball Z. Once again, with issues on the ship, Goku and Glory are set to face off as they head towards the first Dragon Ball. Don't look away, because here you'll get a glimpse of what happens in the next episode by watching the extended preview of Chapter 6 of Dragon Ball Daima. After Pansy joins Goku and his friends, they reach the King's Castle. Here, Goku showcases his incredible strength with a pseudo-transformation into a Super Saiyan, a state seen only in the Lord Slug, that is a Dragon Ball Z's filler movie where he battles Cell, Frieza, and his men in Hell. Goku canonizes this state as a demonstration for the king, possibly the most interesting part of the chapter. After leaving the castle, the ship crashes due to its weight, putting the group in trouble again. Meanwhile, they await the arrival of Vegeta, Bulma, Piccolo, and others, while Pansy tries to fix the ship. Little Goku will have a confrontation that could clarify the Supreme Kai's doubts about the Majin. In the extended preview of Chapter 6, Goku and the others, once again stranded after leaving the King's Castle, have their aircraft break down due to its weight. Fortunately, Pansy is with them and takes charge of fixing it while doubts about Glorio increase. Goku and Glorio engage in a fight where Goku uses only one arm, but their real problems begin when a massive, powerful creature appears before them, completely uncontrolled and with bad intentions. Goku must gradually reveal his true powers. When it seemed like things were going to be more peaceful than usual, we see Goku awakening the Super Saiyan to break free from the King's guards. This signals that the upcoming episodes will focus more on action. Even in the preview, we get a brief glimpse of Goku and Glorio's training, but is it really training? Or is it the moment when the great mystery behind Glorio will be revealed? At the start of the episode, Pansy appears before Goku and his friends without recognizing anyone. This wouldn't be strange for the Earth's warriors, but she also doesn't seem to recognize Glorio, who works for the king, as we'll see later. This doesn't quite fit with Pansy's role in the kingdom. An interesting point is when Goku is asked about his name, he says he's called Goku, but they also call him Kakarot. If we remember, it was at the end of the Broly movie when Goku says he can also be called Kakarot, and chronologically, we are talking about several sagas after Daima. Continuing with more revelations, Pansy tells us that many of the Glin race, to which Chin belongs, left the demon realm a long time ago, and she finds it strange to see a little one wandering around here. In other words, this tells us that all the Kochin, who were evil and sent to the demon realm, left that place a long time ago. If this is true, where are they? Because the Kochin we know don't even amount to 10. This might be revealed later when they visit a Kokin village. But as Pansy says, she's surprised to see a small one, implying there are very few left, or they've all left except for Degusu and his sister. Switching scenes, for the first time in the series, we have Goma and Dendi. The interesting part is that the new Demon King's plan is to treat Dend as well as possible, gaining his favor so that he creates new Dragon Balls. This is quite strange since both Goten and Trunks still retain their consciousness and memories despite becoming small. The most logical thing is that Goma doesn't know about this and his plan will eventually fail miserably. Back with Team, they arrive at King Kadan's palace, which is quite modest compared to Goma's. At the entrance, they don't let Glorio pass, but he mentions he came yesterday and needs to see King Kadan. That's when Pansy reveals she's the princess of the kingdom, leaving everyone surprised. Two important facts go hand in hand with the theory I'll share shortly. The palace doesn't seem like much, with very small spaces and a small group of soldiers at the king's service. King Kadan doesn't seem like a bad guy and believes someone as evil as Goma shouldn't be king, so he's going to confront him to make the demon realm a peaceful place. But that's not all, and the most important part comes now. The king mentions he didn't send Glorio for Goku, but it was Glorio himself who suggested bringing the Saiyan to defeat Goma. This means 90% of what Glorio said is a lie. This leaves me with the following theory about what really happened. Glorio was spying on Goma for some reason, and upon learning about everything that happened with Dabura and Majin Buu, he went with this information to the third realm with King Kadan, who seems to be the only one opposing Goma. He told him he could bring those who defeated Majin Buu to do the same with the evil Goma and let Kadan take power. All this happens on the same day, which is why Pansy doesn't recognize Glorio. He's not a regular worker for King Kadan, and if he were, she would recognize him since the castle has very few soldiers. In short, Glorio wants to overthrow Goma for some reason, but the most important question, which seems to be touched on a bit in the next episode, is why Glorio keeps lying whenever he can. What he doesn't want to be known is his connection with the First Realm. According to Glorio, he only works there, but if this is true, which I doubt, why doesn't he just say why? This seems to be the most important piece of the puzzle, and with it, we can determine whose side the mysterious gunslinger is on. Does he work for someone in secret, maybe Dr. Rinsu as some say, or is it someone else? Or could he be planning everything himself? As always, leave your theories in the comments. But from my perspective, after seeing all this, I think Glorio has some relationship with Dabura and could be some kind of minion investigating his disappearance and stumbled upon the truth thanks to Goma. That's why when he sees the statue of Dabura, he only calls him the former King Dabura, making us believe Dabura was actually good. But in these episodes, we learn that Dabura wasn't as good a king as we thought and Goma is much worse. Another theory that comes to mind now that things are clear is about Towa and Mira. In the games, Towa is Dabura's sister, and to have a new demon king, she creates Mira using a person from the demon realm and the DNA of powerful warriors like the Saiyans. So, who could be the mysterious person used to create Mira? Honestly, I don't know, but the resemblance between Glorio and Mira is undeniable. It could even be said to be some kind of transformation. But nothing indicates that they plan to make Dabura's sister and her creation canon, and even though it fits well, they might just look similar because Toriyama designed all three of them, and that might be their only connection. In the next episode, we'll have a Goku versus Glorio, which seems quite interesting, and also the confrontation with the Minotaur from the opening, which could be the first powerful enemy of the series. I imagine Goku, with what seems to be the Super Saiyan signal or perhaps a false Super Saiyan, is close or very close to fully unleashing it, and maybe Glorio is helping, and we are the ones thinking otherwise. Well, that's all for today. Don't forget to leave your theories in the comments, so meet you in the next video.